free webinar series, the first one for 2020. And what we're going to talk about today is a Wheel of Good Fortune. You may have heard of Wheel of Fortune. Well, this is the Wheel of Good Fortune. And it's you get the good by doing some best practices that we're going to go over today, especially for search engine optimization. Short version is SEO. So let's get going into the presentation. It's being brought to you today, of course, by the Festino brothers. And we're going to introduce ourselves. Russ, you want to take it away?
Yeah, sure. Russ Festino here. Let me go ahead and turn my camera on. And I'm a programmer, as well as I am a technical evangelist for Algorand. In fact, I am doing a workshop this weekend down in St. Pete. 5-hour workshop starts at 10 a.m. and it's over at the Suncoast Guild. If you want to register for that, just go to meetup.com, search on Women Who Code Tampa, and you will see all the meeting info there. Also, I've been a Microsoft MVP for a few years, and looking forward to this session, Gary. It's got some killer content ahead. Rich, go ahead and take it away.
Hey, Rich Festino here. I'm a teacher at Matt's Music. I'm a musician, and I do the Jethro Tull newsletter, which is out. It's really packed with a lot of information this month. And for the first time ever, I'm putting together an adult Matt's Music rock band. For 13 years, I've been doing the Week of Rock, and now I'm doing the parents, and they're getting into some really great songs. I have a set list that we're going to be making some good songs and some good music come together by the Beatles, and 8 days a week by the Beatles, last time by the Rolling Stones. Some good stuff, and we're going to meet for 4 months on the first Saturday from 1 to 2 at Matt's Music, and I'm really excited about this new event. And Gary, take it away.
Oh, by the way, before you go, Gary, one other thing. I forgot that workshop is about blockchain this weekend. I forgot to mention the topic. So
that's right, the blockchain, the bread and butter of the blockchain.
That's it.
It's downtown in St. Pete, isn't it? You mentioned?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, that's cool. Now, it's a women's event, but everybody's invited. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, anyone can attend. It's just sponsored by Women Who Code Tampa.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous. Okay. Well, you have a great time. I love St. Pete, especially the way it's evolved over the years. Okay, well, my end of it, I do design, the business, social media, and marketing for the Festino brothers, and also for Design for Communication and Business Links Network, and put together some of these webinars. From time to time, we have guests as well. Okay. Our main product for the Festino brothers is our premier product, the Jethro Tull app, the endorsed Jethro Tull app. It shows all their official videos, fan videos, and every tour date. And they've been touring since the 70s, and they're continuing the tour in the 2020. They have a new band lineups. We have that information on the app. And by the way, we have a copyright on the programming, so it's an all-inclusive app. It's like one-stop shopping for anybody that loves Jethro Tull. All their information is in one.
Speaking of shopping, we have a new icon in the bottom right there, the FBI App Store. There you go, Gary. Perfect. I love it. And so now you can look at all the app merchandise and purchase T-shirts with the Jethro Tull endorsed app logo and information on it. We've got some very cool things out there, so check that out, as well as all of Rich's Week of Rock apparel.
And shortly, it will be the Matt's Music adult band merchandise will be out there as well. Okay, awesome. So that is good. All right, so those in our audience today, we're going to ask if you hold your introductions to the end, and we'll take it off. We're recording the session, by the way, and then once you introduce yourself to protect your privacy, we'll stop the recording. But if you do have questions along the way, please feel free to jump in. All right, so here we are, Wheel of Good Fortune. Let's play. The first question: Google endorses improves good SEO practices of only its top partner firms. True or false?
I'm going to go with false on that one.
False for me, too.
Yeah, that is correct. That is correct. Google doesn't really endorse any of its partners and so forth, or players out there. You have to do some of the basics to get the good SEO, and that is, main one is good content, as well as imagery, as well as simplification. So that is a false statement. Let's go on to the next one. It's important for your Google ranking that you update your homepage content daily and the blog constantly. True or false?
Interesting. I know when you create more page content that's always looked favorably. I'm not sure though. You got to do it daily in order to consistently. So I'm going to go with false on that.
False on that one for myself. Yes.
That is correct. You guys are 2 for 2. Here we
go.
Oh
baby, we're on a roll.
Yeah, that's correct. Yes, it's important to update your content, but not daily. It's more about quality rather than how often you do it. You really need, when you do update your content, it needs to change. It needs to be relevant. It needs to be something that people want to read. It has to stay away from basically the sales pitch that you get most of the time. And it's the same thing with your blog. Your blog has got to be relevant to the people that are reading the blog. It's got to be something of interest for them. So, and chances are you're more than likely won't be able to do that update, especially if you want to put your best foot forward. All right. So next question, featuring a large headline text design on the homepage is critical for SEO.
That's like an H1 tag. I'm not sure the size matters myself. I'm not quite sure in this one.
That is great. It's not how large you make it. It's what is coded. Okay, so that is false, and that relates to this question here.
Oh, that's the one.
Tags are the important element for SEO. True or false?
Yeah, that one's a true. I think you can search for H1 in your HTML, right?
Right.
That's correct. Yes,
yeah.
It's a true statement. H1 is something behind the scenes that in another webinar we'll go back there, we'll dig deep, and you'll actually see the code. Today, you just take our word for it. It's really coded. It's nothing that you do on the surface. It needs to have an H1 tag, and that's what Google is looking for. It's looking for that title, that relevance of your website. So it's important to have a title with an H1 tag. It's not how big you make it or how small you make it, because you could have a small title and it still could be an H1 tag. All right. Okay. The number of links to from a website is what matters. Popular websites rank the highest.
I know when I used to do web pages for different companies, I always had a lot of links, but the key is, I think, getting it linked back, right? So I don't know about that. I would say number of links, I would say it's false. Yeah, there you go, false.
Yeah.
There you go. It's false. Yeah. Yes, that's true. It's not the number of links that you have. It's the quality of those links, because where you link to, that provider or that service needs to link back to you. And it's like a two-way street. And if Google doesn't see that two-way street, then they think you're just cluttering the internet with your links that don't refer to your own website. You got to have it going back and forth. So you need to make deals, or you need to have a one-to-one business relationship with some of the firms or companies that you deal with, that you can get that link back, especially your vendors. If you're a store and you're selling Kenmore washing machines, you need Kenmore to have a link going to your store as an outlet. It goes back and forth. Okay, next question. Using a paid service that promises to register your site with hundreds of search engines is a great investment and will yield page one results.
I think that's false.
I see a lot of ads like that. I always wonder if it's good or not. I'll go with true. Go ahead.
It is false. It is false.
Okay,
it is false in that you won't stay there forever. They make the impression that you'll be on page one for a long time. And it's true that you might get there one time, one day or 1 hour, but over the long run, you're going to pay them a lot of money, and your results are going to be the same as they were after a short period of time. So it's better to spend your money on getting better content than it is to get it out there to other search engines. And here leads to this question: spending money on paid ads alone will boost your ranking. So this is ads as opposed to the on-page SEO.
So this is where you have ads on other people's page about your page?
Yeah, you pay, in this case, you would pay Google to put your ad, and you hope that they put it on relevant information. Like, for example, if you provide home care for the elderly or senior citizens, you would hope that your ad shows up when somebody's talking about Social Security or retirement or things of that. So, so the keywords that somebody might be blogging about might trigger your ad on the side.
I'll go true on that. Oh, it's false.
It's false. It's a long shot. It's really a long shot. Spending money on paid ads alone. So the thing here alone is the key in this question.
Yeah.
Spending money on ads is a good thing, but you can't just do it alone. You've got to work it with your own blog, your own advertising, your own even print media. You got to get your word out as well as the paid ad. And even if you do a paid ad and it does link to your website has got to confirm what they're coming back there for. Okay. All right. Here, after a website is built or redesigned, only then worry about SEO.
I think you got to do that as you go. I mean,
yeah, as you go along, I say, yeah.
You're both correct. This is a false statement. You need to do it you need to do it all the time on a regular basis, and not only when you do a major new website or major redesign. So you could have the worst looking website, but if you have great content, it's going to do better in SEO. Okay. All right, and here's meta tags, another behind the scene type of thing, or ultimately called alt tags for website images that are descriptive, are a good thing for SEO.
Oh yeah, alt tags, got to have them.
Got to have them. That's true. That's a true statement. And what that does is, if you have a picture on your website and behind the scenes in the code, there's a descriptive a caption, if you will, in the code that describes that photograph. And that's also very important today for disabilities and accessibility. In fact, it's a requirement since the late 70s that you got to describe your picture. So if you have a website that doesn't have a descriptor or an alt tag, you might be running into some litigation that unexpectedly. So it's a good thing. Yeah, it's true. Okay, and our final question of the evening here is: there is nothing wrong in looking at the competitor's SEO strategy, including source code, their source code.
So that's like right mouse click, view source.
True.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
No problem with that. That is true.
Yeah.
Many people think, well, gee, that's cheating. You're looking at your competition. Well, your competition is looking at you. They're looking at your source code. They want to see what keywords that you're using. They want to see what content is in there, what links you have, so that they could borrow as well and make arrangements with those vendors and contractors and so forth. So it's what's the expression? All things are on the table, or something like that, of that nature. Yeah, it's a good thing to look at your competitors.
Or one picture's worth 1,000 words with 1,000 words.
Yeah, that's right. That's 1,000 words. So today, so that was it. So congratulations, you guys have. I think you did about 95% with
we did pretty good
with the questions and answers. Yeah, very good. And if you want more information, here are the resources that these questions are. Okay, and of course to register, these are the links. So that concludes our recorded session of the evening. So if you want to take us off the recording.